G'day folks, it's Cortezerino, and we are finally back on the Diamond Society server, and you might be wondering why I haven't been here for a while. I've done 4 videos since my last Let's Play, a couple of time lapses, and a tutorial, and a best of video. The reason I did that is because, once again, that most terrible of things is going on. It is school holidays once again, and 4 weeks of it this time. 4 weeks of summer school holidays, and my little brat children do not let me record for very long. But we are in the second last day of the holidays now, so I've finally got a chance to do some recording. And I actually wasn't going to do a Let's Play just yet. I was going to do one more tutorial because I can knock them over really quickly. I was going to do the witch farm that I did a few episodes ago, a tutorial for that, but then I decided that I might actually leave that one until 1.14 because instead of using cauldrons we can use composters and it will be a lot cheaper, and I can also call it a 1.14 witch farm, which is a lot more clickbaity. And if you're wondering why I'm using the shaders, that is because we are over at the Hanging Gardens, and it is an absolute must. Whenever you're here, you have to put the shaders on. It looks so much cooler with the shaders. And I'm doing something that I've been dreading doing for so long. I am finally doing some gardening in the gardens. It has been way too bare for far, far too long. And it's actually looking pretty cool. I decided to do this now because in my time lapses I've been building lots and lots of trees, so I thought, well, I'm in practice, I might as well come and build some now. Although it is much easier to build trees in creative because you can fly around. It's a massive undertaking in survival building trees. So I started off with just a few generic ones, kind of like the ones I've been building in the time lapses, like this one here. I've got another 2 of these scattered around, and they look okay, but then I decided, no, I'm actually going to Google what kind of trees were supposedly in the Hanging Gardens. And there are a lot more than I thought, and a lot of cool ones as well, so I thought we might run through some of the trees that I've built, and I might have to check my notes as we go just to remember what's what, but I remember this one. This is a date palm. Bit different from coconut palms. They've got big bundles of dates, orangey kind of dates on the sides. So the pumpkins look super, super cool for that. So it's just basically a palm tree with pumpkins on the sides, but they are date palms. And you can get nice short ones. They don't have to be super duper tall. They can be nice and straight like this. So I've done a few of these scattered around, and I think they look pretty brilliant. And I might actually go for bigger palm trees down on the ground there, all around the desert. Real bendy ones, but these ones here, I've got a bendy one all the way up the back there, but these ones here are mostly straight. Let's go find another one. Let's go up to that one up there that I've got little blaze heads hanging off. And it's a little bit dark with the shaders on. Yeah, this side's a bit better. So this little tree here is a quince tree, and apparently quince is a real thing. It's not a made up word. It's this little tree with yellow fruits hanging off it. So I thought that was pretty cool because for the upper levels of the Hanging Gardens here, I need much smaller trees and bushes because this wouldn't be able to take the weight of the great big trees. So I like this one because it's small and little, and I can decorate it with the little fruits. And so I went through all my heads because we've got the mob head drops here on the server, and I have tons and tons of blaze heads. So I think I've got tons more in my inventory. Yeah, I've got another 49, and I've built about 3 of these trees. So I thought that was a cute little addition. And right next to it, we've got a pomegranate tree. I knew about pomegranates, but I didn't know what they grew on. They grow on trees, so that's pretty cool. And I'm using salmon heads for this one, and I've only built 2 of these trees with 3 salmon heads on each because I only have 6 salmon heads, which is a pity because I really like these little pomegranate trees. People are going to assume they're apple trees, but yeah, this is cool. I can do 2 little trees that are kind of similar, but just throw the different fruits on them and we get a bit of variety. Okay, let's go for a bit more of a wander around, see what else we can find. There's another date palm. This one is... I'm going to check my notes, I've forgotten. And you know what? Either I have forgotten what I based this one off, or this is just a generic tree. It was one of the first ones I built. I can't remember now. Let's just call it a pear tree. They were in the Hanging Gardens, and they kind of look like orange pears. I don't know. We're calling it a pear tree. But let's go down here and check this one out. This big bad boy is a fig tree. Now, I had a look around at pictures of fig trees, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. So I had to pick one, and I found a nice photo of a young little fig tree. So I made it a bit bigger than the one in the photo, but I really liked the look of it. So that is what I based that one off. And one of the things I liked about it is the leaves were kind of sparse. They weren't really thick. And building a tree in survival, I find it a lot easier to build sparse leaves because it takes way less time. But yeah, I think that one looks super cool, and using the stripped bark for the wood, I think it looks really, really good as well. Now, let's keep going. I think there is only one more variation. See, I've repeated these a lot. See, we've got more date palms. We've got another... I can't even remember the names of them. That's why I was checking my notes. What's the one with the blaze heads? Oh, no, that's the quince tree. That's right. So, another quince tree up the top there. Another generic one there. Pomegranate. But we are headed all the way over to that white and pink one, because that is an almond tree. And you are thinking, Cortez, that doesn't look anything at all like an almond tree. Well, I found a photo of one in bloom, and it was colourful like this. It was a very whitey sort of pink colour. Really, really sparse foliage on it, which, like I said before, is good for building trees because it takes way less time. So that's the one I based it off. Now, I'm usually a stickler for really obscure facts. Like when I do my vineyards, I always build them in the correct direction. Like I think it's east to west the vines are supposed to run, so they get a lot of sunlight. I put in little facts like that, even though no one's ever going to notice. Now, I haven't done that here because if I was really trying to be accurate, I would double check what time of year an almond tree would be in bloom, and if that matched the same time of year that there would be quinces and pomegranates on the trees, and it's probably not. It's probably a completely different time of year, so this makes no sense. But that doesn't matter. It's all just for looks. It's all pretend, guys. It's not real. But anyway, I have to build a lot more trees. I think I'll throw in a few more date palms. They look really good. I can't do any more pomegranate trees because I'm out of pomegranates. But I think down on the bottom here, I want to go for really low bushes and foliage. And I think I've got a design that I came up with for some tiny little olive trees. Like they can grow pretty big, but I'm going to do tiny little baby ones. So I'm going to do a few of them, a few other little bushes, and we'll see just how green we can get this place. Oh, look at this. We got a little kitty come to visit. G'day, mate. What are you doing? Alright, see you later. Well, so much for my idea for the little olive trees. The problem is they just look far too much like the bushes that I'm intending to build, and so I just sort of abandoned it and turned this olive tree into a little bush instead, and we will have to come up with some other design for that. But we have to actually leave this area for a little bit, because the Cortezerino bat signal is up in the sky, which means somebody needs my help.
I thought I was being really clever in creating that farm. And, yeah. And it worked straight away. That was what's worse. So when I came back and I was like, there's the same amount of potatoes in there.
Well, I mean, this design could potentially work if he had to throw the food through downward flowing water. That would probably catch it.
What do you reckon about a minecart hopper? Do you reckon that would be quick enough to suck it up? Or
well, I'd just get rid of the guy in the middle completely.
Yeah.
And because these guys will always plant if there's tilled earth there to be planted. So as long as every time he plants, you update it, it'll pop out of the ground if the light level's not high enough, and then he'll just turn around and plant it again, and the hopper minecart's just to collect it all as it comes out of the ground.
So when he runs out, he'll just bugger off and go and collect it from somewhere else and then come back?
Yep. Yeah, you don't need the other guy in the middle.
Oh, look, it's fine, whatever.
Well, I mean, if you want to keep this design, we could...
I really don't. I just want something to work.
I mean,
I was going to say, if I could have made it work, that would have been brilliant, but...
Well, do you want to attempt to make it work? If you want to attempt to make it work, we could use 9 fence gates and a bucket of water, and we can give it a go.
Yeah, let's give it a go. That
Okay.
sounds more... Then I can at least take some credit in... Apart from, yeah, Cortez came over and fixed it. It's fine.
Maybe 10 fence gates. Oh, I've got 61 of them. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, mate. I had one job to do and I managed to mess that up. That's brilliant. Right, you need fences. I'm all over it.
Have you got a bucket of water?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I got one of them anyway. Don't worry about it. I'm prepared.
I'll tell you what, mate. Just give me a message when you're done and I'll pop back on then. It's fine.
Well, what we're about to attempt is really stupid. I don't think it's going to work, but it's worth a try. It means we don't have to redesign the whole thing.
There we go. Right, I'm back.
All right, so first thing I need to do is put one of these fence gates where that guy is.
Yeah.
This may kill him. I have no idea. We'll open it up. Maybe they won't. Do you mind if I accidentally kill you, dude?
just to warn you, Cortez, I got no more villagers.
Well, if this doesn't work, we're going to get rid of him anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You lived. John, you lived. I'm so happy.
I thought I lost my piston for a sec. So that's just to hold back the water from getting him. Now, I'll give you a few fence gates. We want to place 3 of these around. Oh, we're going to have to... Oh, no, you can place them in the air now, can't you? So I want to place them, like, right here. Have you not got a pick?
Yeah, I've got a pick one day.
All right, so leave the sealand above his head, but we're going to get rid of all the others. Alright, so how am I going to get a bucket of water on top of that sealand? Like this.
On top of it. There you go.
Yeah,
look at that, pro.
This may spill everywhere and wreck all your plants, but we'll find out. There we go.
Oh my god, it worked.
Now, the thing is, your dude's not hungry, so we're not going to be able to test if this works until we're just going to wait until he's hungry again. And well, actually, I can do the test again. I can throw 20 potatoes and see if he catches any.
Right, 1 sec.
But even then, I'm not 100% sure that the other
if he's
dude...
not hungry, he's not going to catch him.
Oh no, I don't know if the other dude's going to see him through the water. I think he will, but you know, who knows. Alright, I'm going to throw 20 at you when you're ready.
Alright, go for it.
Alright. New Minecraft mechanics. A lot of them are floating up. that wasn't in the plan, but it doesn't matter.
I got 17.
17, and I got 3 back. So he didn't catch any of them.
But is that because he's not hungry, or?
No, it didn't reach him. It either went straight up or it went down into the hoppers. It didn't make it through. So you're going to lose some that go straight up, but then there's a chance that your farmer may walk over them again. Not a big chance because there's a lot of room here, but yeah. I mean, that's the quick redesign. And the good thing is it looks like a Griff build as well.
Do you know what? How dare you? How dare you? I have you know I had nothing to do with this. It was an absolute coincidence. They look like this.
This is how you invent stuff. You just you come to Griff space and it's like, oh my god, what is this? And then you come up with something.
Do you know, if it wasn't true, I'd take offence to this sort of thing. I've been insulted in better places than this. So if it doesn't work, which of your tutorials do I use?
Well, it depends what you want. Are you ever close enough to this place that you don't hear it? Because
I suppose I'm usually like mid-range, like down. I only AFK up here. That's all.
Well, I've got a design that updates the blocks so the plants pop out of the ground, and I use pressure plates. And then about a year later, another guy did another design, and he uses string, so you can't hear it.
I'm not fussed.
The problem is with the string's right above the block, so the villager triggers it while he's standing there, so he's got a good chance of picking up the crops, whereas mine triggers it when he's walking away. So I think mine's better, but it's noisy.
I will use yours as it works better.
That is my bigger carrot or potato farm tutorial.
Is that the one that's your base now?
Yeah, it's the same sort of feature. You can do it in any sort of layout that you want to do it in. Cool,
I'm all over it. That's what I'm going to do. Well, if this works, obviously this is all down to me because it looks like one of my builds, so they'll never believe it. If it doesn't, I'm going to blame you.
Well, it's a quick fix. We'd be here for another half an hour adjusting it to the other one. And you don't even need the hoppers in the corners. You could just do them, the ones straight on. So if it does work in the one below, you only need like the one gap on the side for him to throw the food. So you might be able to adjust where you place your water. Just have 2 fence gates here and place the water on the side of the ceiling. Okay.
But that won't look as griffified as you commented earlier on.
I'm just recording and I want to make the video entertaining.
Again, how dare you? I'm not here for your entertainment.
All right, mate. I love you and leave you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Cortez.
That's right. Oh, don't thank me yet. Might not work. That guy might drown. Okay, I haven't heard back from Griff yet whether that is working or not. But I've come back here and done a bunch more work. I've done some more of these trees down the bottom this time. So we are definitely making a bit more progress. Got some little date palms down the front. And I'm playing around with putting in path blocks and making this area more like a little park rather than just grass everywhere. So I'm not sure if I like this yet, so I think I might just sit on this for a while and consider it. But we are definitely making progress on the hanging gardens, but that is enough progress for one day because I am tired of building trees. I knew it would happen. I just cannot bear to look at them anymore, and I want to do quite a few more big ones. So I think we will leave it for another episode. You know, I just realised I'm planning to build this witch farm in 1.14, and I just noticed that these snapshots have been out for ages, and I haven't downloaded a single one to have a play around. You never know. There could be an exciting discovery there waiting for me. I'm not sure. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to download one of the snapshots for 1.14 and have a bit of a muck around in between episodes. So thanks for watching, guys. That is it from me. I'm Cortezerino. I will see you later. Check it out, back up. My first 1.14 creation. It's a motorbike. What do you mean you're disappointed? Or how about this one? How about this one? It's a pineapple plant. Like, I've used a skeleton head here, but on the server, I'd use a blaze head because it's yellow. No, they weren't in the Hanging Gardens. It's pretty cool though, isn't it? What do you think? Mate, you're going to get me demonetized with that kind of language.